Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with the Beth Israel Rabbi. For a little over a month now, my family and I have had the pleasure of living in Sydney, in a community that is part of a number of different suburbs that have a high percentage of Jews. And with that comes great Jewish amenities and a great feeling of Jewish community. I know, though, that I, along with the rest of us, are very concerned about what has been happening over the course of the last month, and especially in the last couple of weeks, as waves of phone calls, of threatening phone calls, have been made to Jewish community centers and Jewish institutions across the United States and even into Canada. It is extremely concerning, and I can only imagine how traumatized the people who receive the calls must feel. And the fact that we have not yet been able to determine who are making these calls or from where its source is also extremely concerning. And of course, the destruction of headstones in 2 cemeteries in the United States simply is not acceptable. The perpetrators of these acts must be found and brought to justice. We must make sure the end is brought to what is happening. What is especially concerning is that Jewish community centers, Jewish community institutions are a place where we are to feel secure and safe. Places where we are indeed able to be with other Jews and make community, help Jewish life foster. This Shabbat, we read Parshat Truma. This is the beginning of the story about the building of the Mishkan, the building of the tabernacle, the mobile place of worship for the Israelites. The Parsha begins with the command for the Israelites to donate for the sake of the building of the Mishkan. And God says that once this happens, that the Asuli Mikdash, you should make for me a dwelling place, make for me a temple. And once that happens, the Shechanti b'tocham, I will dwell among them, God says. It seems to be that God is saying that I will dwell among the Israelites, that by building this place, by building the mobile place of worship, the Israelites will create a dwelling place for God. Rashi says, though, that this is a place in which the Israelites will be able to glorify God's name, to give God a name. The Malbim, a 19th century rabbi and commentator, explains that this is a way for God to be able to dwell within the Mikdash, in the temple of every Jew, within their hearts. That is, by building the Mishkan, the Israelites will be able to bring God into themselves. Our sacred places, our sacred spaces, are places for us to connect to God, places for us to strengthen our spiritual existence. And they also are, as the Hebrew says, a Beit Knesset, a place for us to gather together in Achdut, together with our fellow Jews. We need to make sure that our spaces are not only sacred, but safe as well. We, this beginning of this week, just began celebrating the month of Adar, the month in which we celebrate Purim, a month that is supposed to be joyous. It is my prayer that this month of Adar truly is joyous for the entire Jewish people, because we around the world feel safe in our sacred spaces and places and in our community spaces as well. Shabbat Shalom.